नमस्ते, हमेशा खुश रहो बिटिया। I am JVN Dr. Anamika Aharwal, Associate Professor in the Department of Science and Technology at Jayoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. Today, I am going to take the lecture on the subject name Introduction to Data Science. Now, the topic of today's session is Basic Tools, Plots, Graphs and Summary Statistics of EDA Part 1. The topics to be covered in this lecture are: what is exploratory data analysis, types of data, categorical variables, numeric variables, binning numerical to categorical, encoding, summary statistics, visualization, univariate data, one variable, text data and image data. Now, first of all, I would like to tell you about what is exploratory data analysis, as I have already taught about exploratory data analysis in my previous videos. But for this, here I need to remind you what is exploratory data analysis. So EDA is a very basically you can say critical step that take place after the feature development and data acquisition process, and it should be carried out prior to the modeling process. So this is because it is really important for a data scientist to be able to understand the essence of the data without making any assumptions about it. Okay, or you can say the second, knowing the data is of course very good idea and trying to gain as many ideas from it. So exploratory data analysis is all about make sense of the data in hand before they get it dirty. Now there are basically three types of data. This already I have discussed in my previous videos. First is structured data, unstructured data and semi-structured data. Now come to the categorical data, variables. Categorical variables can also be nominal or ordinal. Okay, so if we are talking about nominal data, means in this data that has no instinctive ordering to the categories, like gender, male, female, other, has no specific rendering. So no basic, there's no actually order, we can't categorize this gender. And if we're talking about the ordinal data, this is as clear ordering such as three settings on a toaster: high, medium or low. Okay, so a frequency table, that is count of each category, is the common statistics for describing categorical data of each variable. And a bar chart or a waffle chart, which is shown in the next slide, are two visualizations which can be used. This is a chart of global consumption of energy of 2014 data. Okay, so if you can see the green square box, this shows the UR, or the red is natural gas, and this one is coal, and the rest of the cases. Now, while the pie chart is of course very common method of representing categorical variables, but it is not recommended since it is very difficult for humans to understand angles, right? So simply put, the statisticians and visualization professors, Edward Tufte, pie charts and are bet, other agrees, and some even say that pie charts are the worst. You can see these in the examples of the pie chart. So the charts look identical, and it can of course, and it takes more than a couple of seconds to understand the data. Now compare this the corresponding bar chart. This means I am talking about this chart, this pie chart. If we see this chart, this means the render instantly compare the 5 variables. Basically, you can see here in this graph 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 variables. Since humans have a difficult time comparing angles, but graphs or Waffles diagrams are recommended. There are many other visualizations which are not recommended: spider charts, stacked bar charts, and many other chunk charts. Like for example, the and see in this graph, like visualization is, as you have seen here, it is very complicated and difficult to understanding because there are a lot many bar charts and we can't easily distinguish the statistics basically. Okay, so often less is more. The plot reducts as a simple line graph. You can see here this is a line graph chart. This is for all, this is for rest of the things. Okay. So when dealing with multi-categorical data, avoid using stacked bar charts and follow the guidelines written by Solomon Messing. He is a data scientist. Okay, so come to the numerical variables. In this any value within a finite or infinite interval can be numeric or continuous variables. Just for an example, include weight, height, and temperature. Intervals and ratios are two types of numeric variables. Intervariables have what to say have a numerical ratio and the same definition over the entire scale. Okay, so basically there are two types of interval and ratios. So if we are talking about the interval variables, these have the numerical scales and same interpretation throughout the scale, but do not have an absolute zero. Okay, so if we are talking about the example, temperature in Fahrenheit or Celsius can meaningfully be subtracted or added. Means difference between 10 degrees and 20 degrees is the same difference as 40 to 50 degrees, right? So it is a meaningful subtracted or added, but cannot be multiplied. For example, a day which is twice as hot may not be twice the temperature, right? So the ratio scale of measurement is the most informative scale. It is an interval scale which with the additional property that is 0. Position indicates the absence of the quality being measured, right? So the good example of ratio scale is weight, since it has a true 0 and can be added, subtracted, multiplied or divide. Okay, but in interval variables we cannot multiply, we just only subtracted or added, as you can see here 40 to 50 degrees, 10 to 20 degrees, but here in this ratio scale you can perform all these operations, right? So binning numeric to categorical, binning otherwise known as discretization, in the process of transforming numerical values into categorical. If we want to transfer the numerical into categorical variables, then we use binning method, you can say. So just for an example, the age can be categorized into 0 to 12 child, and for teenager it is 13 to 19, and for the adult 20 to 65, and for senior citizens it is 65 and plus. Okay, so it is a powerful, as it can be used as a filter to reduce the non literacy, and some algorithms such as designs trees requires categorical data. Beginning beginning also allows the data scientists to quickly evaluate outliers. Okay, so basically it can be used to evaluate the outliers, of course, invalid or missing values for numerical values, or techniques for binning include using equal width based on um, range, equal frequency of each bin, stored rank, qualities, or math functions. This already binning function I have discussed in my previous videos, like in data cleaning, etc. So the binning can be used based on information entropy or information gain. Now come to the encoding part. Encoding, otherwise known a continuous, uh, it is the transformation of categorical variables into internet or binary variables. So a group example of encoding is gender. It may be -1, 0 or 1. So this could be used to describe male, other than other and female, right? So the binary encoding is a you can say special case of encoding, while the value is set to 0 or 1 to indicate absence or presence of category. So on hard encoding, it is special case that that were multiplied categories are each binary encoding. So the given we have k categories that will create k extra features, thus increasing the dimensionality of the data. The other method is for encoding is using a target and probability based encoding, right? So here focus is on target and probability. So the category is the average value and includes the probability basically. The next comes to the summary statistics. Summary statistics is basically the measurement meant to describe data. Okay, so the important thing is you have to clear the picture in your mind before giving the summary statistics. So in this field, in the field of, you can say, the descriptive statistics, there are many summaries and anomalies, but we will leave the definition definition to textbooks. Examples of summaries, descriptive statistics, or a single numerical variable is the mean, median, mode, max, min, range, quartiles, percentile, variance, standard deviation, coefficient of determination, skewness and skewness and cortices. So this summary statistics for categorical variables is the number of distinct counts, right? So the most basic summary statistics of the data is the form text data in terms of frequency and inverse document frequency. Next is the bivariate data. In this, the summary statistics is the linear correlation, chi-squares, or the pi value, which is based on z-test. We have already used these three tests basically for analyze of variation. So think the link outlines the common summary statistics, their basic equations and descriptions. So this should come as a review, since you should have a solid understanding of statistics at this point. So come to the univariate data, one variable. in this, see, before that, uh, actually, in visualization, uh, they are is basically to explore or describe data. Okay, so here we use the tools like Excel, LibreOffice, Wika, Plotly, etc. So the in addition to this, TIBCO, Spotfire and Tableau are popular for commercial solutions for data visualization. After data visualization, we use the univariate data or one variable. In this, the box plot and the histogram are the two visualizations. So this is the box plot and this is the histogram. So in this box plot, the plot this state the univariate basically. So the plot of box can be used to show the minimum, maximum, mean, media, quantile and range, right? And this is the another way. The histogram can be used to show the count, mode, variance, standard deviation, coefficient of deviation, skewness and kurtosis, right? Now come to the bivariate data, that is two variables. When plotting the relation between two variables, one can use a scattered plot. You can see here, this is the scattered one. You know, nothing is visualized clearly. You can see here, right? So the next comes to the multivariate visualization. As we have seen in this figure, when dealing with multiple variables, it is tempting to make three-dimensional plots, but as shown below, it can be difficult to understand the data. Okay, so the next is text data. You can see here in this screen. Like just for an example, with text data, one could create a word cloud where the size of each word is the based on its frequency of the text. To remove the words which add noise to the data set, the documents can be grouped using topic modeling and only the important words can be displayed. As you can see in this slide, these are basically the some important words and these are the less important words. So this text data is shown like this. Okay, now come to the image data. You can see this picture. In this, there you have seen the various phases. Okay, so when doing image classification, it is common to use decomposition and remove the dimensionality of the data, right? Just for an example, the image before decomposition looks like this, and instead of blindly using decomposition of data, scientists could could play the result. So by looking the counter black, white in the images, you can see there is an importance with the location of the eyes, nose and mouth along with the send laptop. Sorry, along with the head shape. Okay, so you can see there these are just like the similar, you know, faces means like this Paul W and it is true, and this is for George Bush, and so sometimes like front face or back face. So we just comparing the image data of the other person, like if you are seeing that these two pictures are the same, but still in the database it is not stored like these are the different. Okay, so this is all about today's lecture, and this is a question for the practice. What do you understand by the term normal distribution? Okay, so thank you. This session powered by digital version 2.0 Jayoti Vidyapeeth Women's University. Hope you are satisfied with my digital version. Um, if you have any query, please mention in the comment box, I will resolve it. Thank you.